Off Work Sports. I want to have a quick discussion about the New York Knickerbockers. Who we're watching right now is Dennish Smith Jr., the 9th overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft by the Dallas Mavericks. He's playing in Summer League right now. Before injury, Dennish Smith was the number 1 player in high school. Explosive athlete a la Derrick Rose, Steve Francis. A superstar. A superstar, bar none. A sure one-and-done superstar. A la LeBron James, yes. Okay. This is a sure shot that we know he's going to be a player. Now, will his knees hold up? That was the question. Because of the ACL injury that he suffered in high school, there was a bit of fears. But he went through the first year at NC State, really the first year playing on the ACL, and had a tremendous year. Okay, tremendous year with the personnel that he had. But Phil Jackson, the recently fired Phil Jackson, decided to take somebody else in the draft. And my question is, the history of the Knicks, the things they do outside of Porzingis, the things they do, sometimes leave a lot of question marks. Look at that explosiveness. Leave a lot of question marks for us. You know, they're the type of team that when James Harden gets to be 38 years old, that $169 million contract extension that he got, they're the type to give him another 169 at 38. That's what the Knicks do. Plain and simple. That's what I see them do. Okay? Phil Jackson is talking about a need basis. Obviously, the play here, all I can think of, they drafted Frank Nkitina out of France, is defense. 6'4" guard, big, long guard. I'm thinking, okay, they're saying I need a Gary Payton type. I need a defensive player to help us out. They got Derrick Rose. Maybe they knew they were going to let Derrick Rose go. Okay? But they go with Frank Nkitina when they had the opportunity with a team in turmoil and a superstar in Kristaps Porzingis who needs a wingman, a young wingman, to run with for the future. Because, no offense, even with the ACL, you know he's going to give you 4 or 5 years. That's what Derrick Rose gave you, 4 or 5 years. You know you're going to get that. Would you take 4 or 5 years of Dennish Smith or 10 years of Frank Nkitina? I haven't seen a dude play. I don't want to talk about him. I haven't seen him play against competition that, to me, he reminds me of Chris Dunn. A poor man's Chris Dunn at that. A poor man's Chris Dunn. That's what Nkitina reminds me of. I'm letting these highlights roll. This is who he let off and did not draft. So the question for all the people that are viewing this video from Off Work Sports is simple. Should the Knicks sue Phil Jackson? I'm serious. All bets aside, I'm asking you as the fans and as viewers, should the Knicks go after Phil Jackson? Because this move that he made to pass over Dennish Smith Jr., a superstar that New York needed. They need the pow-pow. You know when you see the movie, it's not pow, it's pow-pow. The pow-pow would have been Kristaps and Mr. Dennish Smith Jr. Now you just got a pow. And you got Frank Nkitina, you got Joakim Noah, whose salary, well, I hate to say it, with the salaries that are coming out now, I guess this is a steal. Carmelo Anthony, who's going to be leaving more than likely. Courtney Lee, you got him on the cheap. Lance Thomas. I mean, this roster, no offense, is G League worthy. They just recently went out and got Tim Hardaway Jr., you know, to try to get some type of lifeblood in there. But let's look at their strength, right? We want to look at the facts and not just be emotional like I just was, because I really feel sorry for the Knicks and the decisions they make. Let's look at the team. New York Knicks. Efficiency. I'm always going to that. Negative 3.7. Okay. So if I go to the Knicks and I'm looking at them compared Thunder win percentage 0.378. I want to go quickly on this. 3-point percentage 34.8. about 8.6 3-pointers made per game. Okay, and then they had rebounding and then steals 7.1. So if I just go for, since this is a new game, 3-point percentage, they look to be, let's look at it, 21st. Okay, so you want to improve there. I mean, this is they won they won 31 games. So I mean, I could probably stay on this stat line all day and find them. Everything should be under 20. They'll be under 20 in the 20 to 30 range for every single one of these stats. Should be. That said, when you have that many holes, because I don't need to go through this, you can tell where they're going to be at on everything. 21 and under. Let's just try one more. Hopefully it proves me. Actually, with Noah, rebounding should be where they should be up top. Rebounding should be up top. No. Good. Rebounding, they're there. Okay, they had Noah. Okay, that shut me up. So steals. So it looks like the outside is where they need the help at, right? 3-point shots. Okay. So offensive. Look, to me, it's offensive. 3-pointers, they're 23rd. Excuse me, steals per game. Offensive and steals, I would say, is more on the guard. You know, you rarely see a center or power forward getting the steals in the post. That could happen, but mainly you see it on the outside, off of screen and rolls, coming off, picking it off, or coming up the court. So defensive help. Okay, so I can see Phil Jackson saying, okay, we need that. That is Frank Nkitina's alleged strength. This is NBN Stein's website page. And probably the only page that has any highlights of him, only with the defense. Okay, I saw this. I said, listen, I saw that kid do that to him. And I said, okay, you know, definitely no one in Europe has, I'm not going to say no one. You're not going to find the same level of talent on the guard play in Europe as in the U.S. So him guarding these guys is great. But the speed that we got in the USA when you play in this league, the NBA, is this transitional? Will he be able to contend? Will he be able? See, Smith is going to run right past him. Good defensive player. So that's what they said. We need a defensive guard, and that's why they drafted him, because I was going to dog him the whole video. But I looked at the steals. I saw it earlier and said, okay, they need help there. And that's what this kid does well. He's a great defender at 6'5". So ask yourself the question again. A great defender guard, a la Chris, without the offense of Chris Dunn. All right, I would say that. Actually, let me not lie. He has a better shot than Chris Dunn probably right now. Or a superstar in the Big Apple, you know, with the big old Times Square. You know, something that you need for the area. And now you're one guy right now that everyone wants to go see is one person. Kristaps Porzingis, and I think they like Ron Baker as well. And Ron Baker. Carmelo, I think, is gone. Tim comes back. You know, he could probably average 18 with this team because he'll have the green light. Okay? But they had Justin Holiday. Who got his first opportunity, was developing into something. Tim Hardaway Jr. and Justin Holiday are equal to me. No offense. Tim is bigger, but Justin Holiday is the same type of player. He's getting his jump shot up, same type of player, maybe a bit more athletic at this point in his career. Courtney Lee has been steady as she go. Aaron Afalo type. Love him. He's a piece you keep. Then they got this Kuzmiskis. I don't know. I'm assuming another forward from Europe that can shoot the three. That's normally what they come packaged as. You know, I guess he can do that. I don't know if he's going to get any time. Kyle Quinn has been a great big center, good backup. Lance Thomas has been there. Dennis Rodman, you know, doing the dirty work. Joakim Noah. That's why they're high in rebounding. They're pretty much set up for rebounding, all right, with this squad. Damian Johnson was another draft pick that they had. Looks pretty good in the summer league, but they got a lot of these type of players already. They got Lee. They just got Hardaway. You got Holiday. So you get Dotson? I mean, once again, I'm tired of going through these videos saying the same thing. What are the GMs thinking? what are the GMs thinking at the end of the day? Salary-wise, you look at the Knicks, not much on the books. They're going to have some play money soon. So who can they go out to get? Are they tanking? Are they going to finally rebuild through the draft? Because they had the opportunity. They had the opportunity by getting this guy, Dennish Smith Jr. Why didn't they get Dennish Smith Jr.? If you're going to rebuild, why would you not build with this kid? I have no clue why they did this. So what are their options now? Right? For this team, I'm not going to go too deep. They need to rebuild through the draft. All right, hopefully Porzingis stays. I think they need help at the forward position. Is there anyone out there that's worth getting in their situation since they have no chance of winning a championship? You know when they said trust the process in Philadelphia? Guess what, Knicks? Trust the process. That's what you need to do. You need to tank. You need to tank and hope. I just seen Zion Williamson, one of the highly regarded high school prospects, great athlete. They're saying LeBron James, but he does not have the vision that LeBron James has. I can see from the film tapes that I've seen, he doesn't have that type of vision. But he's an incredible scorer, an offensive weapon, a great piece. 2 years down the line, that could be an opportunity. There's no one here I would spend money on with this team. You know, no one. They don't need to get anyone out here unless it's a really young player, really young, 21, 22, maybe I can't even find one. Right now because they just scooped everybody up. But they need, Jeffrey Laverne out of France. That was one, okay? But he got qualifying over. Somebody like that you can look at. Jonas Jurenko, 30 years old, lay away, just put him there as a weapon piece. I wouldn't get Beasley. Don't waste his career. Again, they need to be in rebuild mode. There's nothing more they need to do. It's a shame what's happened to that team. And I think Phil Jackson made a terrible move, and he made a move that could cost the Knicks a lot of money in the future. Do you know how much money James Harden brings, Stephen Curry brings to the table for their respective teams? The marketing piece that they are. Okay? It's more than the basketball salaries. What do they do? What do they do for the outside arena, bringing fans in? Okay? That's something that Orlando is missing, the Orlando Magic. The Knicks have one piece. They could have added another, in my opinion. Phil Jackson, go ahead and get the best lawyer you can find. He needs to be with Judge Judy. He needs to be judged by the court of law. This was a grave mistake. I'm going to continue to harp on this. Yes, Nkitina is cheap compared to this standard because everyone's getting $25 million. But he was not the pick. The pick was Dennish Smith Jr., and I'm disappointed. Had a great showing. He looks promising already. I think he'll be the Rookie of the Year for the NBA. The strong competition will come from our buddy Darian Fox. Again, Lonzo Ball looks like we thought he would be. Jason Kidd. He's Jason Kidd. Maybe a little bit slower up the floor. He's the same thing. Great passer. Doesn't have the personnel yet. I think he'll deal okay. No playoffs this year for them though. So with that said, and they don't want to make the playoffs. If I'm the Lakers, I want to go back to the draft. With that said, the Knicks, I don't have much to talk about. I don't want to end it here. I don't want to make it too long. Should they sue Phil Jackson? There's no doubt about it. Take him to court. This is ridiculous, the move they made, not drafting Dennish Smith Jr. I'm going to harp on it all year. It's a damn shame. Frank Nkitina, no offense to you. You're a great player, but that was a superstar talent there, my friend. That's a superstar talent, and you let that go. I would have took him 4 or 5 years of him rather than 10 years of you. Not to be rude to Frank, but it is what it is. Real recognize real, and I think that everyone knows Dennish Smith is a special talent. With that said, I'm signing off. Let me know your thoughts. Should Phil Jackson get sued?